Because the house is so big, I think
it's a crazy thing.
I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, first world problems and stuff," but it's
our world problems.
You don't realize it though. Like, it's not even the money thing though. It's like more kids,
it's
more
the kids.
dogs,
it's
more
our
everything.
business is huge. You know what I mean?
But like sometimes I do feel like because we have so many kids and so many dogs and this big business and everything, I don't care about anything else.
I know.
I don't care about money.
I know. Someone has to.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and there's no silly skit at the very beginning of this because I just got back from a child's birthday party in Robin's class, and I swear like every single weekend there is a birthday party. Last weekend it was Robin's birthday, this weekend it's someone's birthday, and then a few weekends before there was another one, and then there's another one. Everyone's birthday just so happens to be in the summer, it seems, at my daughter's school. I'll tell you something, I'll tell you something for free, right? I've been so busy as Detective Amy, right? So busy. This is like a retro sort of react. Now, on the account that they have taken down a few of my absolute favourite Sacconejolys videos, the ones where they're apologising, where they're saying they're so sorry. I had a little nosy on Anna Saccone's channel because it's still there, and I kind of completely forgot about it, and I will be completely honest. Anna Saccone was always my favourite person to watch, and I was actually subscribed to her channel for way longer than I ever was with Sacconejolys. Like, I subscribed to her before it all came to its diabolical end. A little nosy, and I was just going through and I was like, oh yeah, I remember watching this, and then there is this couple's Q&A, and I was like, what? And Anna looks like she's crying, and Jonathan looks all dramatic, and I thought this would just be perfect. So I gave it a little watch, and I was like, oh my goodness gracious, this is everything.
Literally everybody else is a disappointment except for you.
You're gonna realise in a minute exactly what I uncovered as Detective Amy. We all know that Jonathan and Anna started off with no money, and then all of a sudden came into lots of money through exploiting their kids and just being a generic family channel. We know this. I just want to make this known that I'm not dismissing their thoughts and feelings and the fact that they might very well be unhappy even though they seemingly have everything and they have lots of money and they have a great big house. That's not what I'm saying. I do think that rich people can have mental health problems, and I also believe that rich people and people who appear to have a lot of things, you don't know what anyone's going through internally. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh no, like just because they have money they're obviously happy, because that's not where I'm coming from. But some of the things that they say are extremely tone deaf.
Like, just because like we've moved to like a bigger house and like everything's technically going better, but sometimes I do miss like
I know what you mean. Little one bed, crappy, and we had like crappy food and a stupid little film, and it was just you and me. Life has gotten so complicated.
There was no staff.
Yeah, and I just want to talk to you about it. There's a few things that we're going to be discussing right here, right now, and it's so juicy. It's so juicy. I completely forgot about this video. I actually mentioned it in my community tab, and quite a few people were like, yes, like remembered the video. So from the very beginning, they're basically, it's like a Q&A, couples Q&A, where they're just answering questions that they've been asked. And the very first thing which they said, which really stood out to me, was the fact that they both get along so well with each other's parents.
What I do for your family and what you do for my family are both like so different. So I just think that like, no, we've never really had any like, oh, I hate my mom-in-law or hate my dad-in-law.
No, we're just like not that dramatic. I feel like we're both just really easygoing people and like easy to get along with, and so is your family and my family.
Now this is the only real nitpicky thing I'm gonna get into, but I present facts to what I'm saying here. Anna does not get along with Jonathan's parents. She's saying, oh, I get along with them so well. Do I have to bring up the tweets? Do I have to bring them up? She's there swearing about Jonathan's mum, that she has a really bad mother-in-law, like all of this kind of stuff. I heard so much about Jonathan's family as of recently, you know, with his book and everything, and him saying that his family are really horrible and abusive. There seemingly was just no mention of that in the first bit of the couple's Q&A. Do you really now, love? Do you really? That is not true. That is for sure not true. Oh yeah, she lives in Dublin, Ireland. Not far enough though, haha, but it's cool. She's just a horrible person in general though. It's sad because I would love a cool mother-in-law. I love how she's like, oh, I'm so sorry that Anna's not coming. Yeah, freaking right. I know, right? It's my boyfriend's nephew's christening and he is going on his own for that dumb reason. She won't let Albie stay in her house next week, so I'm not going. I also hate my brother-in-law. What part of that is I love my mother-in-law?
I never really had any like, oh, I hate my mom-in-law.
And this was written in 2009, so yeah, obvious. I don't understand why people tweet their mind. Can we just like talk about this? Just talk about this. Just one to one, right? What is it with these celebrities, like micro celebrities or even big celebrities, that write their literal disgusting thoughts on Twitter? Like the whole Ellie Darby thing. What the hell? Like, this is a social media platform. Why are you writing that? I don't have Twitter. Well, I have it. I don't ever use Twitter. I've written some like cringy things that when it pops up on my Facebook memories, I'm literally doing this. I'm like trying to like crawl into my own skin. It's just so embarrassing. Anyway, whatever. So you can look at those tweets if you really, really want to. So the next bits we're going to get into is Anna basically regretting having 2 kids. Now there's always this sort of like, and this isn't me being mean and saying this is what I think. This is literally like, I'll show you clips of her like literally having a bloody nervous breakdown over the fact that she has loads of kids and she can't spend lots of time with Jonathan.
Sometimes, like, I don't know, I don't want to get emotional. We've moved to like a bigger house and like everything's technically going better. But sometimes I do miss like...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
We didn't have anything and it was just the 2 of us. I love Jonathan and I love our children that we created together more than anything. But like sometimes I do feel like because we have so many kids and so many dogs and this big business and everything, I don't care about anything else.
I know.
I don't care about money.
I know.
Even though, as Jonathan very well put it in this video, we have lots of staff now and they live in a great big house. And this time 3 years ago was when it wasn't their heyday on YouTube by any means, but it was definitely a point where like they were doing okay. This wasn't like the peak of the Sacconejolys. They were doing well basically, but they weren't doing as well as they used to be. Anna basically literally just burst into tears and she's just like, it's just so hard, and she's complaining about having 4 kids, which by the way, yeah, having 4 kids is really, really difficult, but she literally, the only reason why she's saying it's so hard is because she wants to be able to spend time with Jonathan, even though at this point they had cleaners, nannies, cooks, dog walkers and all sorts, and she's literally complaining that she can't spend more than an hour in the evening watching TV with Jonathan.
Not that I was happier then, because I actually wasn't, because I was dealing with other stuff, but I'm saying that things were simpler.
They were simpler.
Like, things are simpler when you have less.
Yeah.
And
it is. I know it's more money, more problems. I know it's a stupid thing, like, but...
It's not even the money thing, though. It's like more kids,
it's
more
the kids,
dogs,
it's the,
more
our
everything.
business is huge.
And I'm literally just like, oh my God, like she starts crying about this. Like, I get it, like having a child that's like breastfeeding is super like, it's lovely, but also towards the end it's literally just like, like, can you please go and do something else? At least in my case it's like that. I mean, some mums love breastfeeding and they'll do it till they're like, you know, 3 or whatever, and that's your own call. But for me, I would happily do like a year and then I'm like, right, yeah, that's it. But she literally starts crying because she can't spend more time with Jonathan, and she also says that everyone else is a disappointment apart from Jonathan.
Literally everybody else is a disappointment except for you.
Which I think is a really like, I think that is a weird, like, they go on and on saying like we're each other's best friends, but like I think Anna literally, her whole world is Jonathan, and I've spoken about this in the past of them, I think it was one of my last videos, having a slightly strange dynamic where Jonathan seems to hold all of the cards and Anna she's a bit younger anyway, but she's sort of she seems quite lost and like sad a lot of the time. This video just massively highlighted that. I was literally just like, what is going on?
And like, we used to do everything together.
We still do loads together.
I know, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like with the first 2 kids we did. But then with Alessia and Andrea, you're just not as available anymore. I don't like anybody else the same.
I know that, but I do try and be available.
Literally everybody else is a disappointment except for you.
She starts crying about this. it's a weird dynamic. It's like you need more friends, but she's now got her Matt friend, so I suppose that is something. This is by far my most favourite part of the whole video. Anna starts crying and says that she doesn't care about the money, she just wants to spend time with Jonathan, and Jonathan's literally just like, well, someone's got to take all the responsibility. She literally starts crying, saying, but it's not even like crying, it's like, she's like a spoiled, like, I don't want to say this, well, I will say it, but it's quite mean. It's like a spoiled rich kid kind of going like, oh, like, I really, like, you know, like, I don't care about the pony.
Oh, you're my best friend.
I don't care about anything else.
I know.
I don't care about money.
I know.
And the boats and the houses and the da-da-da-da. I just, you know what I mean? She's just like, she literally says she doesn't care about the money. And then both of them then in tandem start complaining about, oh, it was just so much better when we lived in a crappy little house and we had the crappy little things.
It's the kids, our business is huge, you know what I mean? But then I worry about the future and pensions and mortgages and investments and strategies and children and school fees.
Everything just gets more complicated.
And now we've got a big house, and we're not saying we don't like the big house, but it's really, really big, and you can't find anyone in this house, and it's like so bizarre. Like, Anna literally bangs on about the fact that she wants to take it back to how it used to be, where it was simpler, like before they had kids. She's just like, I don't know, I think it's strange. Like, yeah, like I do kind of miss the way that it was like before I had kids. Like, yeah, I used to go out a lot, and I was like, I loved going out with my friends. I was always out. Me and Tom were always doing something. We're always like clubbing or going away, or like we were with loads of people. Like, yeah, that was fun, but I wouldn't trade that for the life I got now. And I know a lot of parents also say the same, and I'm not saying that she is not like, I'm not saying she's a horrible mother. I'm just saying that it was just so strange listening to her being like, because it honestly sounded like she meant it, like she wants to like go back to how it used to be where they didn't have anything. Then she's like, I don't care about the money. It's like, you obviously do care about the money. Like, you've got to watch the video, you've got to see it to believe it. I was literally just like, I felt like I found like a gold mine or something. I was like, I can't remember this video. How did I stumble across this? I don't know how I missed it, but it's literally like two spoiled rich kids just being like, oh, we don't care about this and that. Oh, it's so hard because we've got to spend our days in a massive great big house. And Anna says that she really, really misses Jonathan during the day. Like, oh, I miss you when he's not away. Like, during this period in their life, both of them were literally working from home, and they had nannies and cleaners and everything. They had staff in the past. So unbelievably ridiculous. It's just like first world problems. And the thing that makes it even more funny is that straight after this, like, not even like, this was 3 years ago, yeah, so this was before lockdown. So lockdown would have happened, and that would have been it. And they would have been stuck in that great big house all by themselves. I'm pretty sure that was, yeah, before the lockdown. I mean, well, you know what? Careful what you wish for. Real careful what you wish for, because it might all just like come crashing down one day, and then they will go back to living in a tiny little house. And I don't want that to happen. Like, yeah, I don't appreciate what they do, but I don't wish like bankruptcy on them, and I don't wish them ill will. It's just that you need to be really careful what you wish for, do you know what I mean? Because that may not last forever. And it just sounded like they were just going, they kind of didn't like the life that they have, and it's just like, I don't know, it was a strange video. What are your thoughts? Do you agree with some of my opinions? Did you disagree? Please let me know down in the comment section, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.